the Seven Bridges Ice Arena. It's the Chicago Phantoms taking on the Guardians from way up north in Wisconsin. Your starting lineup for the Phantoms is going to be Brielle Boyd, number 15 at center. Dom DeNormandie, number 8 at right wing. Ryan Pasterzi, number 95 left wing. And your blue liner is going to be a little R&R. Rylan Rich and Jackson Rothmeyer. In between the pipes, number 33, Declan McKinney. And the Phantoms are working from left to right if you're listening on the radio. 15 minutes are on the clock to get this contest underway. And it's going to be the Phantoms on the far side, breaking it out to Pasterzi in 1-on-2. Brielle goes for the line change. Pasterzi, top left circle, fires a shot over the crossbar, swinging over here to the near side, rebounded out towards Double D. DeNormandie on the half wall, battling it out with two Guardians. Coming in is going to be Max Gaspadaro, number 96, going to try to drag it out here in the left wing, right wing hash marks. Guardians get control, trying to push it out of the zone. They do. Cut off by Gaspadaro, chipped in the hands of Rylan Rich. Rich going to send one up off the glass, and out of play it goes. And we're going to get a whistle at a 14:04 to go here in period number 1. The Phantoms are wearing their home whites. White jerseys with white socks, a double purple banding around the arms and socks. The waist has an orange piping stripe along with purple to go with it. Shells are going to be purple with a single orange and double white vertical stripe. Helmets are going to be gray. Gloves are going to be black with purple and white trim. Out there now for the Phantoms will be Gaspadaro flanked by Nyadik and Proden. It'll be the Rock and Kush on D. Swinging out here to the near side is going to be Cushman. Right point, try to send one back into the corner here for Gaspadaro. Gaspadaro going to work. Met by the Guardians, going to push it up the other way in front of Cushman. Cut off there by Nyadik. Blocked by Cushman. Bouncing puck for Gaspadaro. Poked loose by the Guardians back into their own D. Picked up by number 5, Proden. Proden swung on by the Guardians defenseman. Back behind the net here to the near side. Blocked by Nyadik. And Nyadik going to work underneath the net. Looking to go D to D here, or go underneath the net to Gaspadaro. Proden's trying to set up shot in the blue paint. And it's going to be the Guardians collapsing on it. 3-on-2 the other way in front of Monaco. Now towards the Guardian benches, cut off by Gaspadaro in front of the penalty boxes and chipped in by the Guardians down behind the goal line. Going to work is Monaco. Monaco cut off by the Guardians, coming in is Cushman. Cushman chipped it down low. Looking to go centering pass, blocked by the Rock. Puck slides out to the bottom of the right circle. Met by Monaco once again. He's going to poke it loose. Picked back up by the Guardians here to the near side. Centering pass, firing a shot wide right of Gaspadaro and McKinney out to the far side for Proden. Proden going to center it out to Nyadik. Broken up by Haneke of the Guardians. That'll be offsides as Nyadik was unable to get out of the zone, and we'll get a face-off just outside the zone right in front of the Guardian benches. Your lineup out there now for the Phantoms is going to be BMAC along with Sire and Clark up front. Your blue liner is going to be a little M&M. Max Zayer and Adam McRae, 77-27. It's going to be the Guardians controlling inside their own zone. The Guardians are wearing black jerseys with blue trim. It's going to be blue around the armbands and waist along with socks and black socks, a little bit of blue trim on them. They're going to have a black and silver piping band to go with it around that armband, waist, and socks. Helmets are going to be black. Gloves are going to be black with blue and white trim. Guardians centering pass in front of McKinney, broken up by McRae into the hands of Zayer. Zayer out to Clark. Clark goes far side for BMAC. BMAC inside the zone, left wing side, goes to work, trying to drag it into the corner, takes down the defenseman, number 15, McCullough, and back towards the slot, going to be smothered by the goaltender of the Guardians. Your goaltender for the Guardians is going to be, I believe his last name is Moravchik. He makes the save, and the faceoff goes into the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Phantoms. Lineup stays the same for Coach Caden's squad. It'll be BMAC in the slot along with Clark on the half wall. Sire on your draw. Faceoff one to McRae. McRae into the left wing hash marks. Cut off by the Guardians left wing corner. Back in the hands of Clark. And thrown behind the net for BMAC. BMAC left post off his stick here to the near side. Picked up by the Guardians, number 12, I believe that is, Raimondini. Raimondini goes right to left on the far side. Now he wraps around here to the near side as they try to reverse the ice. And it's be picked up by the Guardians here on the near side. Going cross ice out, trying to hit walls. Picked off by the Phantoms. McMurray's going to send one in. It's going to be Ronan Clark on the forecheck now as BMAC and Sire head to the slot. Ronan trying to drag it behind the net left to right here into the left wing corner. Blocked by BMAC as the Guardians try to break it out. And it's back in the hands of the Guardians here to the near side. Left to right, pushed out the ice by Bastian. Cut off by the pinching in Max Zayer. Out to the right point of Gavin Sire. Gavin going to kick it loose, just missing on the spinning dime puck was going to be Max Zayer. Picked up by the Guardians. On the far side, they go past BMAC towards Rothmeyer. Blocker saved by Declan McKinney here to the near side at 11-16. Left wing hash marks, cut off by Gavin. Puck is loose in the left wing corner by the Zandors for Zayer. and he swings over to the far side. Right wing hash over BMAC. BMAC trying to send one on his own. Kicked forward by the Guardians. Slammed out of his own by Sire. And it'll be Lucadello on the forecheck as it's picked up by the Guardians, who go right back the other way into the hands of Haneke. Haneke tries the one-hand one towards the net, and it's picked up by Rothmeyer, who hits the brakes and lets him fly right by. Then Rothmeyer, a little backhand pass Lucadello, trying to break it out towards Boyd. Cut off by the number 8 Guardians, Campbell. Campbell reversing the ice now in front of the penalty boxes. Drops it here right in front for number 18 Geisler. Geisler headmans it up to Steen. Steen going to walk it in left wing side. Poke check by Ryland Rich. Picked back up by Lucadello. And it's cut off there by the Guardians at the blue line of Ostrom. Back left wing hash mark, centering pass blocked by Rothmeyer to Lucadello. Lucadello can't muscle it out of his own, back in the hands of the Guardians. Guardians Campbell going to work, kicks into the hands of Ryland Rich off the jersey of Boyd down the left wing corner. She's pinned in, back in the hands of Rich, who's trying to send it to Lucadello. Kept in by Ostrom of the Guardians. Right back in the hands of Campbell now. He walks the blue line like Johnny Cash, and it's swatted out of his own by Ryan Pasturzi. And that puck's going to slide all the way down the left wing half wall into the left wing corner for Pasturzi. Left to right, Campbell dragging, Pasturzi trapping. He's looking for Lucadello in front of the blue paint. He's trapped by 2. Lucadello comes in for support. Picked off here, right to left, or left to right. Pasturzi tries to hit the point of Rich, and it's picked off by the Guardians, coming right back the other way. Here comes Steen. Up the ice he goes with Bastian in support in front of Rich and Rothmeyer, left wing side. Broken up there by Rich in the left wing corner. 9:50 to go here in the period. And it's going to be Ryland Rich. Headman's on the far side for Pasturzi. It's Pasturzi and Max 3 up the ice. Hits Gaspadaro left wing corner. Pasturzi has the net. Tipped by Pasturzi. Saved by Moravchik. And we'll get a whistle at 9:39 to go here in the period. Face-off going to go into the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Purple People Eaters. And they complete the line change. Your lineup out there now for Coach Caden's squad is going to be Double D along with Gasparro and Proden. Blue liners are going to be Cushman and the Rock. Rock in front of his own blue line now sends a DDD pass to Cush. Cush try to chip one to Proden into the hands of the Guardians, who slam one right back to the way past Cushman. His backing checking is going to be Gasparro and Dordormany. The Max 3 takes it in the left wing corner, wraps it around to the far side. Proden looking for it, right wing half wall, picked off by the Guardians, cut off by Monaco. Monaco puts a shoulder on him, knocked it loose. Pop free for Gaspadaro as the puck slides towards the blue line. It's Gaspadaro, Normandy along with Proden in a 3-on-2 with a back checker. No offsides is picked up here. Proden slammed in the wall. Here comes Gaspadaro. Puck slides out of the zone into the hands of Cushman. Cushman goes right inside the zone. Pass Remondini. He'll be picked up by McCullough behind the net of Moravchik. Left to right. He breaks over here to the near side of Remondini. Remondini goes cross ice. Picked off by Zaire. Zaire comes in along the blue line. Sends it in the left wing corner. It's picked back up by the Guardians. They're going to regroup here to the near side. Remondini going to push it up across his own Guardian line. Here comes Julian Yannick on the forecheck. Pushing it in one-handed past Cushman down in the left wing corner. Clark going to work behind McKinney. Going to slam it out the far side. Bounces out to the left point, or right point. Firing a shot low. Blocked by Clark. Back here to the near side. One-timer Stan fans on it. And it's pushed forward by Yannick. He's in a 2-on-2. It's Clark and Yannick. Yannick going to come across the blue line. Goes down. Sent out to the far side. Hitting the brakes is going to be BMAC. Makes a move around BMAC. It's going to be a 2-on-2 in front of Cushman and Zaire. Cush going to take him wide left. Steen comes in, fires the shot over McKinney. Rebound to the far side for McMurray. McMurray tries the one-hand out of the zone, kept in by number 7. Millen, I believe is how you say his last name. Millen sends it back down behind the net, collected by Max Zaire. Zaire hits the brakes, poke checked away by the Guardians, picked up by Cush. Cush hits McMurray. McMurray looking for Yannick, little Gorbatenko flip out the center. And cut off by Walls of the Guardian. Picked back up by McMurray. McMurray headmans it forward to the spinning dime. Picked up by Clark, who tries to make a move to the slot. And we're going to get a penalty on the Guardians. Tripping will be the call as Ronan Clark draws the penalty here at 7:50 to go in the first period. Headed to the sin bin is number 18, Geisler, for tripping here in period number 1, resulting in a Phantoms power play. This power play brought to you by Big Sammy's Hot Dogs. Remember what Big Sammy says. Eat more hot dogs. Now serving 2 locations, one in Elk Grove, one in Elgin. Try the mozzarella lugs, folks. They're fantastic. Your power play unit out there now for the Phantoms is going to be Yannick along with Pasturzi and Max 3 up front. Your blue liners are going to be a little R&R. Rothmeyer and Rich. It's going to be the Guardians. Abrahamson sends it behind the net of McKinney. McKinney going to drop it for Rich. Rich going to hit the brakes. He's got one on him. Pushing it up the ice. Here comes Ryland. Goes cross ice for Pasturzi. Off his stick into the hands of Ostrom. Of the Guardians going to chip one out the other way. Bastian picks it up at center. He gets his pocket picked by Gaspadaro. And here comes Max 3 across blue line. Cuts back. Blocked for Pasturzi. Poke check forward by the Guardians. Back in the hands of Rich. Rich curls and fires. Stick save or rebound up front. It looked like it was almost blocked by the defender of the Guardians. But Moravchik makes the save at 7:11 to go here in period number 1. 51 seconds to go on that Big Sammy's power play. And the Phantoms stand pat up front and on D. It'll be Pasterzi in the slot, Yannick at the top of the right circle along the near side, and the Guardians try to throw it on into the hands of Gasparo, knuckling into the left wing corner off the defender's stick and onto the far side. Left wing hash mark. McCullough trying to back it out of the zone. He throws it past Rich, but Rich got a piece of it. No icing. It's waved off. It's Rothmeyer in a foot race. Going to work behind the net against Bastian. Up here to the near side, picked up by Rich, who's going to send it over to Gaspadaro. Max 3 at center. Pushing it up with Yannick and Pasterzi, 3-on-2. Max 3 heads in the net. Sends it to Pasterzi. Pasterzi comes around, fires a shot. No rebound given by Moravchik. And we'll get a whistle with 22 seconds to go on that Big Sammy's power play and 6:42 remaining here in the first. Phantoms go for the line change. Out there now is going to be Clark along with Sire and McMurray up front. It'll be Cush and the Rock on D. Face-off won by the Guardians. Picked up here by McMurray, who's trying to hit the brakes over for Clark. Clark centering pass up to Gavin. Picked off by the Guardians. Come up here to the near side, trying to drag it forward as Campbell chipped out of the zone, collected by Monaco. Monaco going to make the pass to Cushman. Cushman back to the Rock, and the Phantoms are going to regroup on the far side. Going cross ice up here to Clark. Clark towards BMAC. BMAC picks it up, going to walk it in right side, hangs on to right wing corner, and we are even strength, folks. As McMurray heads it over to Cushman. Cushman fires one wide left into the left wing corner for Gavin Sire. Coming down low, going to work, trying to send it out of zone. Off the stick of Monaco, who's in a one-on-one foot race here. Monaco going to send it over here to the near side. Over to Cush. Cush chipping it forward to BMAC. BMAC going to have to slow it up and get it. That should be offsides. It's waved off. Picked up by Cush. Cush over to Monaco. Monaco makes a move to the slot on the back end, curling around top of the right circle. Comes down low, sends it over to McMurray. McMurray sending pass, try to get it out to Cushman. Back into Monaco. Monaco chips it down to BMAC, down behind the goal line for Clark. Coming in is going to be the Guardians' Bastian, who sends over here to the near side for McMurray. McMurray back out to the point as it's cut off by number 38, Abrahamson. And it's firing forward is going to be Clark, saved by Moravchik on the far side, and it's picked up by the Guardians, sent on his own by for Monaco. Monaco going to right up the strong side for Gavin Sire in front of the Guardian benches, and he sends one in deep at 5:32. Going for the line change is going to be Monaco and Sire. Headed out there now will be 15, Brielle Boyd, and number 77, Max Zayer. BMAC from the slot on the one-timer. Fans had it blocked by Millen. Boyd comes in to knock it loose. Back into the hands of BMAC. BMAC got the Zayer left point. Zayer fires a shot. Tipped by Clark. Back behind the net for McMurray. Slotted away by the Guardians. Millen here to the near side. Boyd sends it down low. Bastian going to work here. Makes a move around Boyd. Pushing it up the ice is going to be the Guardians in a 3-on-2. McMurray goes down right in front of Zayer. Top of the right circle. Bastian cuts back. Fires a shot. Rebound save from McKinney. Stuffed in by the Guardians. On the rebound is going to be number, I believe that is, let's see, let's get the number on the young man who scored it. Number 31, I believe that is. Nope. Does that sound right? It does not. It is number 38, Abrahamson, on the goal for the Guardians here in period number 1. At 4:58, he was assisted by number 9 here in period number 1, and the Phantoms are chasing. Once again, that is the MO of the Phantoms so far this season, folks. Let's see if they can claw their way back into it. Your lineup out there now for the Phantoms is going to be Proden along with Boyd and Lucadello up front. And it'll be Zayer and McRae on the blue line as it's pushed out of the zone by Boyd right in front of the penalty boxes, going to work against Abrahamson, and it's picked up here by Proden. Proden going to muscle one forward, and it's picked back up by Damien. He sends it behind the net, trying to hit Lucadello. Picked up here by the Guardians on the near side. Cross ice pass looking for Campbell. Puck is loose, hit in the hands of Proden, who sends one in deep, all the way in the left wing corner for Rimondini. Rimondini down low, wraps it around here to the near side looking for Steen. Cut off by Proden on the defensive side of it, drops it and sends it towards the net, and it's picked up by Rimondini. Rimondini going to work, far side, right to left, breaking it out up towards the blue line, picked up by Steen, and it's a 1-on-2 in front of Adam McRae. Gasparo covering off the left post, trying to spin back pass, intercepted by Zayer, who sends one forward to Lucadello. Across the blue line at center, Nico going to work, he's cut off by Haneke. Picked up by Gasparo at the Guardian line, makes a move around one to the hash mark, goes to backhand, fires a shot, saved by Moravchik here to the near side. Coming in is Lucadello, out to the point for McRae. McRae sends one back to Max 3. Behind the net, picked up by Osterman of the Guardians. He wraps it back up here to the near side into the hands of Lucadello, who's got McRae open right point. Sauced out of the zone by the Guardians, cut off by McRae at neutral ice, and it's shoved forward by Haneke. Haneke and Campbell in a 2-on-1 against Zayer. Centering pass, saved by McKinney, and he's going to smother it at 3:31 to go here in the first. What a save by Declan McKinney, keeping this a 1-0 game as the Phantoms complete the line change and send out a fresh 5. Your lineup out there now will be Pasterzi along with Gaspararo and to Normandy up front. Your Blue Liners are going to be a little R&R. Pisturzy out on the forecheck to the right point there. Sent in deep by Ostrom of the Guardians. And down behind the goal line, looking to go to work here to the near side is going to be number 38, Abrahamson. And it's picked up top of the right circle by Bastian. Firing a shot, saved by McKinney. He's going to scoop it up like a first baseman. Chopper to Hopper, saved by number 33. And another offensive zone face-off for the Guardians. Their lineup out there now is going to be staying the same, it looks like. It's going to be Rothmeyer on the draw down in the right wing corner. Going to pull it back up the ice. And it's going to cut back behind the net. Rothmeyer going to work. Sends it up off the glass here, trying to hit the Normandy. Coming in for support now is going to be Max 3. Wall's going to work in the left wing corner now. He's picked up there by Gospera. Bastian coming in for support for the Guardians. Tying him up in front of the net is going to be Rylan Rich. Right circle shot, saved by McKinney. No rebound given as it hit him in the chest. And we're going to get a whistle. And another offensive zone face-off for the Guardians. Watching all the way down in the Dominican Republic, one of the Cushman brothers, uncle to number 45, out there now for the Phantoms is going to be Cush along with the Rock on D. Up on your defensive side of it, shot just wide right of McKinney. Picked up by Cush here to the near side. He's got Ronan Clark along with Sire and BMAC. Clark up to Gavin. Gavin back to Clark. Ronan at center. Going to push one forward. Cut off by the Guardians. Millen right inside their own zone. Out into the hands of McMurray. McMurray going to cut it back. Muscles his way through. He's cut off by 2. Loose change picked up by Campbell, the Guardians. Just past Sire. Here they're coming in a one-on-one versus Monaco. Monaco going to poke check it. He cuts him off. Makes a move around Clark. Now to the far side for McMurray. Bottom of the right circle. To fire a shot over the near side. Picked up in the left wing corner by the Guardians. Out to the left point for Millen. Millen goes D to D. Trying to touch one forward. Out to the right side, blocked by Cushman. Cushman, top of the right circle, going to work. Picked up in the corner, past Clark, down to the bottom of the corner. Centering pass off the stick of Sire here to the near side. Back in the hands of the Guardians. 2 in front of the net, out to the left side. Coming down low, looks for the stick in front of the net of the blue paint, and it was slid across to the far side for BMAC. Phantoms going the other way in a 3-on-2 in transition. Here comes McMurray, across the blue line. Clark and Sire head the net. BMAC fires one low, shot blocked by the Guardians. Back in the left wing corner. It's going to be picked up by Steen. He's going to try to push one forward in front of Campbell, trying to go up towards Remondini, who's trying to join the rush. Picked off by Cushman, who goes right back the other way into the hands of Ronan Clark. Clark at center, going to send one in between the legs of Geisler, and it's going to be swatted away by Moravchik. Picked up by Geisler behind the net, back in the hands of Remondini. And the Guardians going to push it up here, going cross ice for the stretch pass, right in the hands of Max Zayer. Zayer on the far side, it's Proden, going to drag one in the left wing side in front of the Guardian benches, and it's chipped in deep behind Moravchik. Boyd going to get it, tries to center pass towards Proden, blocked by the Guardians. Yannick comes in to knock it loose. Here to the near side for Proden. Pro going to dig it on the wall, right wing corner, gives it to Boyd. Boyd down low for Yannick. Proden heads to the net. Right to left, Yannick going to work, hits the brakes, cuts back, he's got Boyd tips with it, just in a slow save, slammed again by Boyd. Out to the right point for McRae. McRae, right point first one, shot blocked by the Guardians. Here they're coming up the ice, hooked up by Zayer, he's going to push it back out of his zone, drops it for McRae. McRae back to Proden. Proden just going to push it in front of the Guardian benches, sends one in deep, down low. Boyd, Brielle Boyd had on the Devil's door, unable to convert into the net. Twice, 2 good looks for number 15. Out of the zone, it goes past Boyd. It's going to be Proden on the back, along with McRae. Bastian carrying it in, top of the left circle. Sauce across, broken up by McRae. 33 seconds to go here in period number 1. Out to the right point in front of the Phantom benches. Walking the line is going to be Austin. Fires a shot wide left. Rebound here to the near side for Yannick. Yannick on the offensive side, trying to drag one out past Bastian. Muscle forward by number 9, into the corner it goes. Backing up is Zayer, centering pass broke up by Zayer. 18 seconds to go. Proden, left or right wing side in front of the benches. He's cut off by 2. Boyd coming in, tries to knock it loose, back in the hands of Zayer. Zayer D-to-D pass to McRae. McRae here, left wing side, picks it up on his forehand, slams one out to Yannick. Yannick at center, chips one off his backhand right here in the front of the Guardian line, and they reverse it quick into the hands of Steen with 1 second to go, firing a shot. Shot blocked by Zayer, and that sound is the end of the first period. So at the end of 1, it's the Guardians 1 and the Chicago Phantoms nothing as we head to the first intermission. This first intermission brought to you by Villaggio's Italian Ristorante in Roselle, Illinois. Villaggio's voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Roselle by me and Rocky. Stop in and see Berto, Edgar, Hugo, Brenda. Tell them I said hi, folks. Enjoy the intermission. Welcome back, folks, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your starting lineup here for the second period for the Phantoms: Pisturzi, Gaspanaro, along with Double D on right wing. Your blue liners are going to be a little R&R, and Declan McKinney has the net, and the Phantoms are working from right to left if you're listening on the radio. It's the long change. Basically, folks, get off the ice when you can. If you're pushing it out of your zone, if you're on offense, you want to keep that puck in as long as possible. It's going to be Max 3, pushing up this ice with Double D. Max 3, over to Dormany. Dormany fires the shot, rebound out front, smothered by the goaltender, and we're going to get a whistle at 14:32. The sliding save by Moravchik, and this game is still 1-0. Rebound in front of the blue paint, and Denormany unable to push it in, as the goaltender did give up the rebound on Denormany's shot, but then he fell on it and got the whistle. So the Phantoms stand pat with their lineup as the Guardians go for the line change. It'll be Bastian versus Gaspanaro in the draw. Gaspanaro wins that one out to Ryland Rich, right point, who curls and fires one low, tipped by Denormany here to the left wing corner, picked up by the Guardians, trying to backhand one out of the zone. Cut off by Rothmeyer and kept in towards Double D. Back in the hands of Bastian of the Guardians. They're going to go far side against Gaspanaro. Cross-ice pass broken up by Ryland Rich. He tried to send one up off the boards, and it was sealed up by the Guardians. Across the blue line, back checking is Rich. Left wing, so traveling across here to the near side. Curling up is going to be Abrahamson. He's cut off there by Rothmeyer, who pushes one over to Pisturzi, who's going to slam one out to Gaspanaro, and it's a 2-on-1 against Ostrom. Gaspanaro goes across, trying to hit Denormany again. This time, Ostrom got a piece of it, and unable to convert is going to be the Phantoms. Pisturzi on the forecheck. Now past Gaspanaro is going to headman over to Walls. Walls goes cross-ice, picked off by the Guardians. Inside the zone, it goes for an offsides at 13:57 here in period number 2. Face-off going to go just outside the zone, right in front of us. And the Phantoms go for the line change. Out there now is going to be BMAC, along with Clark and Lucadello up front. Cush and the Rock on D, from right to left. McMurray going to take your draw as Clark spins around to the left wing side of things. Push forward into the hands of Soup of the Guardians. Mr. Campbell, number 8, into Cushman. Lucadello doesn't see it, picks it up now, trying to headman it over to Clark. Picked back up by Lucadello, sends one forward, collapsed down by 2 Guardians. And into the loose change is going to be number 18, Geisler. Geisler going to carry it towards Rocco, firing a shot wide left of McKinney. Rebound behind the net for Campbell. Campbell headman over to Steen on the far side for Lucadello. Lucadello going to drag it forward. The Phantoms out of the zone. Blocked by Haneke over here. Picked back up by the Guardians. Going to work 2-on-2 in front of Cushman. Fires a shot from McKinney, who's going to make the save. And we'll get a whistle at 13:15 to go here in period number 2. Guardians go for the line change, and the Phantoms stand pat. It'll be Monaco and McMurray in the slot, along with Lucadello. Now going to be Lucadello and McMurray sandwiching Monaco. Draw for Clark. Cushman on the half wall. Bastian going to chip it into the left wing corner. It's going to be collected by Cush. Cush over to Monaco. Monaco here to the near side. Hits McMurray. Tried to tip it, kept in by Millen of the Guardians. Sent behind the net for Cush. Cush going to wrap it around the far side of Lucadello. Lucadello one hands one, but it's kept in by Bastian of the Guardians towards Cushman. Now they're going to cycle in the left wing corner, trying to play down low from left to right. Here from Gretzky's office, rolling around here to the near side towards Clark. One-timer broken up by Lucadello. Monaco got a guy tied up, picked up by Cushman in front of McKinney. Puck slides into the left wing corner for Cush. Out towards Clark now, 2-on-2 behind the net. Left wing corner, right, left to right. Here comes Monaco against Bastian. He lost his stick. Monaco going to pick it back up. Bastian coming across against the rock. Goes over to the left wing faceoff dot. Monaco pulls a tire. Picked up by the Guardians. Fires a shot over the net here to the rear side. Coming in is McMurray. McMurray can't one hand one out. Picked up by Millen of the Guardians. Back down low for Clark. Clark slams it forward. Kept in by Millen again to the Guardians. He's going to pick it back up. Going to work against Monaco. Broken up by Cushman. Clark out to Lucadello. Lucadello to BMAC. BMAC here to the near side now, going to work against Bastian. BMAC with speed. He's going to make a move to the inside. Tried to bury it off. Knocked off the puck by number 9, Bastian. On the far side is going to be Murray on the back check now. Cushman's still out there. Now Zaire on D. It's 1-on-1 against Cush. He tries to poke check it. He does. Slows him up. Left wing hash marks. Bastian hanging on to it. Dragging it behind the net. Here comes Max 2. Out to McMurray. Back into the hands of Steen. Blocked by Sire here to the near side. Gavin trying to push it forward. Into the left wing corner it goes. Going to be picked up by the Guardians. Ostrom, who ran and wrap it around, and Yannick. Yannick going to intercept. Throws it back behind the net. Off the stick of Sire. Picked up by the Guardians. Ostrom prodded on the forecheck. Now pinching hard is going to be the Phantom Zaire, who sends one back behind the net and got the Guardians pinned in a little bit. But they're going to break it out on the far side. Sauced over Yannick. Picked up by Bastian. Blocked by Cushman. hammered off the puck by Proden into the hands of Max Zayer. Zayer going to work against Steen, coming in as Sire. Sire going to break it out here to the near side for Proden. Cut off by the Guardians. Ostrom just inside the Phantom line. And it's sent behind the net of McKinney into the left wing corner for Kush. Kush up the ice to Yadic. Yadic trying to bounce on his own. He finally muscles one out. And it's picked up by the Guardians. Going to wrap it around real quick, but it's picked off by Proden. Proden at center. Headman's at the Sire. Knocked loose by the Guardians. Chipped up in the air by Proden. Swatted away by the Guardians. Back in the right wing corner now. Geisler going to work against Yadic. Yadic going to win that battle. And off the back of the net, in front of Moravchik, trying to stuff one in is going to be Sire. Puck is loose and finally smothered by the goaltender. And we're going to get a whistle as Yadic goes down in front of the net. Geisler having some words for number 97. At 10:48 to go here in period number 2. A nice little battle in front of the blue paint, but the Phantoms unable to convert once again. They've definitely had their chances so far here, but unable to find Twine. Into the slot for Yadic, saved by Moravchik, back behind the net, rebound in the left wing corner. And the Guardians going to break it up the ice here to the near side with Campbell pushing it up towards Haneke in front of Zayer. Just across the Phantom line, blocked by Zayer. He's going to take it away. Highway robbery in broad daylight. Somebody call the cops. McMurray back behind the net, trying to stuff it in is going to be the Guardians. Zayer falls on top of the boy from the Phantoms. That was going to be Soup. It was Campbell. Out of the zone into the hands of Yadic. Yadic pushing it out wide right against Ostrom. Fires one throw. Rebound for Gavin Sire, who's tied up by Geisler. Into the near side for Haneke. And Haneke coming up the ice, going to push it up. Going to be 3-on-2 the other way in front of Zayer and McRae. Make it 2-on-2 at a back check. Poke check by Zayer, picked up by Proden. DeNormandie blew a tire. And thrown into the hands of Geisler, the Guardians at 10:02. He's going to pull it back in his left wing side. Goes D to D far side for McCullough. McCullough out to Steen, blocked by Proden. Proden to double D, now trying to push it in. The battle in front of the Phantom benches, and it's won by the Guardians, Steen. Steen going to work in front of McRae. Back checking is going to be DeNormandie. Left wing side. McRae going to take him to the left wing corner. Blows a tire. Picked back up by the Guardians. Giving chase is going to be DeNormandie. Cut back, bottom right circle. Blocked by Brielle Boyd. Picked up by Zayer. Zayer slams over here to the near side, and it's going to be Proden along with DeNormandie in a 2-on-2. DeNormandie going to go for the line change. Proden by his lonesome. Sends a little knuckle puck behind the net of Moravchik. And it's going to be Boyd coming in on the forecheck. Up here to the near side. Backing up is Zayer. On the back check now is going to be Sturzy. Split the D is going to be Abrahamson. On the far side, Clark coming in. Backhand shot. Saved by McKinney. Far side swatted away by Clark. Picked up by Walls. Out to the left point. Firing a shot. Shot blocked by Boyd. Picked up by Clark. Clark's got Sturzy. Headman's it to Ryan. Ryan up the ice. It's Ryan to the left hash mark. Fires a shot. Saved by Moravchik. At 9:06 to go here in the period, Ryan Pisturzi on the breakaway, unable to convert. And we're going to get a whistle at 9:05. That was a great pass by the Phantoms on the stretch pass. And Pisturzi looking for the low glove side, and the goaltender, Moravchik, making the save. Face off back into the right wing circle in the offensive zone for the Phantoms. Clark going to be in a slot. Boyd on your draw. Pisturzi right side, fires a shot. Stick save directed here to the near side. Rothmeyer and Rich, a little R&R on D, up off the glass. Knocked down by Rothmeyer in front of the Guardian line. Trying to muscle it out is going to be Walls. Kept in by Boyd and Rothmeyer. Cross ice pass broken up by Rich against Abrahamson. He's trying to go around him, stuffed at the penalty boxes. Picked back up by Clark, who chips it past Bastian and Ostrom. And it's going to be Pisturzi on the forecheck here. Pisturzi down behind the net, looking for Clark in front of it in the blue paint. Pisturzi knocks the stick out of his hand, picked back up by Pisturzi, swatted out of his own by the Guardians, back to Rich, and the Phantoms are offsides as Ronan Clark was still inside the zone at 8:30 to go here in the period. We're going to go out to center ice, it looks like. And the Phantoms go for the line change, at least up front. Headed out there now for the Purple People leaders is going to be Yadic, Gasparo, and BMAC. Little R&R on D. It'll be Gasparo on your draw. Push it out into the hands of Ostrom, who sends it up here to the near side for Campbell. Campbell going to work against Gasparo. Cut off there right along the right wing half wall. Gasparo puts him in, picked up by Haneke. Bottom of the right circle, right hash marks, trying to fire a backhand shot. And it was blocked by Gasparo in the left wing corner for Ryland Rich. Back in the hands of Haneke, out to the left point for Millen. Millen fires a shot, blocked by Yadic. Shouldered down by McKinney. Puck is loose in front of the blue paint. Almost a dirty goal there for the Guardians. And it's going to be Rich along with McMurray, Gasparo, and Yadic in a 4-on-2. Cut off by Ostrom. Coming in is going to be Gasparo, and here they're coming the other way, transitioning out to center into the hands of Ryland Rich. That puck was a loose change. Rich goes over to BMAC inside the zone, slowed up by Millen of the Guardians, who's going to go behind the net of Moravcik here to Ostrom, here to the near side. He's going to reverse, go back out the other way. Right wing circle to BMAC. BMAC one hands it to Rich. Rich trying to curl and fire, and it was tied up there by Steen, who poke checked away. Loose change at center, blocked by the Phantoms. Max Gaspararo on it. Campbell trying to push it forward at center. A little bit of chaos here right now. Rylan Rich going to get control of it. At center, headman's over to Gaspararo. Cut off by Ostrom. At the blue line, it goes into the left wing circle. Haneke tries to throw one into the right wing corner. Backing up is Monaco out of the zone. And it's going to be Monaco going to pick it up here at the center. Going to make a move. Now he heads towards the blue line. It's Monaco inside. He's got Jannik going in. Monaco, bottom, let's go. Fires a shot. No rebound given as Jannik comes in for the second look opportunity. And Haneke gave Jannik a cross check in the back. And Monaco came in. He didn't like it none. And he hit that boy pretty hard, saying, don't touch him. Especially when he didn't touch your goalie. Your lineup out there now for the Phantoms will be Jannik along with Gaspararo and BMAC up front. Cushman and the Rock on D from right to left. Backing up is Monaco as Jannik was unable to get that one off of his stick. Monaco blocks it. That'll be offsides as the Guardians enter the zone before the puck. It went off a Rock stick. He slowed it up enough to draw the offsides. 7:05 to go here in period number 2. And a face-off just outside the zone right in front of us. Your lineup stays the same with BMAC on left wing, Gaspararo at center, Jannik on right. Cushman the Rock on D. Offsides will be the call once again. He's calling the guy out, just not sure which one. But the referee that was behind the play called the offsides, and we'll get a whistle. And a face-off just outside the zone in front of the Guardian benches. Gaspararo going to work against Bastian on the draw. Max 3. Tied up at center. Bastian tries to push one in his own. Jannik picks his pocket. And it's 3-on-2 the other way, along with Jannik carrying the puck. BMAC left. Max Gaspararo right. BMAC left side. Fires a shot. Rebound, juicy. Gaspararo. What a save by Moravcik. Here they're coming the other way. Backing up is Monaco along with Cushman. 3-on-2 with Gaspararo back checking, or 2-on-2. Cushman to take him in the left wing corner. Left wing hash marks. Picked up by Abrahamson. Here comes Cushman. Going to put him into the wall. Gaspararo on the defensive side. Top left circle pass. Lucadello comes towards Cushman. Tied up as Monaco's got the boy tied up in front of that, and it's going to be picked up by Bastian. Monaco loses his stick once again. You need to glue that thing to his hand, folks, as Monaco lost it. Into the left wing corner. Monaco comes in. Down the left wing corner. Monaco comes in over the stick of Cushman here to the near side. Firing a shot. Saved by McKinney. Into the hands of Cush. Cush right to left. Pushing into the left wing corner. Firing a shot. Saved by McKinney. He's going to smother the rebound. And we're going to get a whistle at 6:08 to go here in period number 2. Somebody needs to tape that stick to Monaco's hand. That's the second time he's lost it today. I don't think he broke it, but he's going to need some stickum on his gloves or something to hang on to it, right? The Phantoms go for the line change. It'll be McRae and Zayer on D, with McRae in the slot sandwiched by Prodan and Lucadello. Gavin Sire is your centerman. Zayer here top left circle, poke checks out to Lucadello. Kept in by the Guardians. Millen at the left point. Lucadello harassing. Out to Zayer. Zayer muscles one out of the zone. Chipped it into the hands of Ostrom of the Guardians, who are going to send one right back the other way. Picked off by McRae. McRae at center trying to push it forward to Prodan. Prodan gets it and sends it in deep. Left to right behind the net in the right wing corner, sliding off for Millen. Sire along with Lucadello, going to cut it off on the strong side. Lucadello trying to send it back to Gavin, and it's picked up by the Guardians as they're muscled out of the zone there by Steen, but he's harassed by Sire and Lucadello. Great forecheck there by number 11, and out of the zone it goes into the hands of McRae. McRae goes backhand cross ice. It picked up by the Guardians. Millen, cut off by Lucadello, given to Zayer. Zayer here to the near side for McRae. McRae chips it up to Prodan. Prodan across the Phantom line. Hits Sire. Bouncing puck behind him. Gavin corrals it just across the Guardian line. Sends it in deep. Bouncing into the right wing corner for number 7, Millen, who's going to golf it out to the right point off the stick of Zayer. And it's going to be the Guardian or Phantom's going to have to regroup. Zayer cuts back, hits Lucadello. Lucadello in front of the Phantom benches. Top right circle, Prodan goes to the net. Lucadello hammered into the wall, right wing corner, loses the puck and blows the tire, but so does Millen. Coming in is Sire. Lucadello on the offensive side of it now. 2-on-2, 50-50 battle for Lucadello and Sire, going to work against Haneke and Millen, and it's going to be the Guardians winning the 50-50 coin flip as they break it out to Campbell here to the near side against Steen. Going to work against Zayer. Top of left circle, left wing corner, firing a shot blocked by Zayer into the netting, and out of play it goes at 4:44 remaining here in period number 2. The Phantoms go for the 5-in, 5-out. Your lineup out there now is going to be Hesterzi and DeNormandy, along with Brielle Boyd up front. Little R&R on D with Rothmeyer in the slot, Rich on the half wall. Face off one towards Ryland Rich, who sends one over to Normandy. It's going to be 3-on-2 and a back checker. Double D up to Ryland Rich in front of the benches. Pass Geisler. Ryland Rich, bottom right circle. Trying to save past to Pasturzy. Picked up by Normandy. Saved by Moravchik here to the near side. Picked up by Geisler of the Guardians. Trying to slam one out of his own into the hands of Jackson Rothmeyer, who cuts back, gives it to Pasturzy. Pasturzy makes the move in front of Rimondini. Gets over to Normandy. Top of the left circle. Normandy fires a shot. Blocked in front. Picked up by Pasturzy. Swatted away by Geisler. Back in the hands of Rimondini as he pushes it up towards Ryland Rich. Here comes the Guardians the other way. Saucer pass across here to the near side, trying to hit walls. Coming in is Rothmeyer. Blocked by Rothmeyer. Slowed up for just in the hands of the Boyd in the right wing corner. Down to left she goes. Far side left wing hash marks. Hits the brakes. Going to drop it back to Ryland Rich down low. Rich behind McKinney. Going to hit the brakes. Cuts back to the outside for Normandy. Pinching in is going to be Ostrom. Ostrom stuffs it out to the left point. Boyd coming in now. It's a 2-on-1 battle as it's chipped past Rich. Picked in the hands of Normandy. Normandy here at Pasturzy in front of the Guardian line. Tries to make a move. And it's punched forward by Geisler off the stick of Pasturzy. We'll get an offsides and a whistle at 3:46 to go here in period number 2. Phantoms have definitely had their looks in this contest and have yet to find the twine. Keep plugging away the Purple People Eaters. Hopefully we'll get one here soon. It'll be Pasturzy, Boyd, and Double D up front. A little R&R on D. Knuckle puck flying into the slot of the Guardian zone. Picked up by Millen, going to work against Normandy. Breaks it out to the far side, right in the hands of Ryland Rich. Sends one to Double D. Double D forward to Rich. Going on that is Pasturzy. Ryland tripped up there, right wing hash marks. No call on the tripping. Picked up here by the Guardians. Cut back behind Clark. 2-on-2 in front of BMAC, who's covering D and Rothmeyer. Slowed him up at the blue line. Picked up here by the Guardians. Knocked off the puck by BMAC. BMAC pulls a tire. Picked up by Ronan Clark. Ronan Clark goes in front of the Phantom Guardian line. Drags it in, puck protection. Right wing hash marks, loses the tire. Up the far side, Mass Pasturzy. 3-on-3 the other way. BMAC covering D along with Rothmeyer and Rich. Offsides will be the call as Geisler, that's going to be Abrahamson, was offsides at 3:06 to go here in period number 2. Lineup out there now for the Phantoms will be McMurray, Gaspadaru, and Ronan Clark up front. Blue Liners are going to be Cushman and the Rock. Gaspadaru against Bastian. Face off one back to Millen. Millen going in front up to Rimondini. Rimondini against Cushman. Fires a shot wide right of McKinney here to the near side. Rebounded for McMurray. McMurray out to the right point. Kept in by Ostrom. Ostrom right side. It comes out to him. Fires one wide left behind Cushman and McKinney on the far side for Ronan. Clark's got BMAC breaking off. That one off a player in the zone, into the benches. No call. Back into the hands of the Guardians. Going to make a move past Clark. Clark going to cut off Ostrom. Sent one forward towards Cushman. Inside the zone, be collected by Max Gaspadaru. Gaspadaru going to send one behind the net to Monaco here to the near side. Monaco up to BMAC, and he got a little bit of time and space. BMAC looked to hit Clark. Clark went wide. I think BMAC was expecting him to cut forward, and if he cut back, is going to be Geisler, who hits Bastian as he comes across the line against Monaco. Monaco, top of the right, so going to carry Bastian down low. Monaco going to carry him off right to left. Monaco going to push him in the right wing corner. Chip pass behind Gaspadaru here to the near side, releasing his Cush. Right corner for Geisler, out to the right point. McMurray comes out, trying to walk the line like Johnny Cash. Shot blocked by Monaco. Picked his pocket, is going to be Bastian. Monaco sends it forward, blocked by Cushman now. There's Bastian who sent one forward. Cush over to the far side for Clark. Cut off by the Guardians. It's going to slide out of the zone into the hands of McCullough. Going to work against Max 3. Blocked by Clark. Poke check by Cush. Out of the zone for Ronan, trying to get it over to Gaspadaru. Back in the hands of the Guardians. Makes a move around. Big move on McMurray into the hands of Cushman. Cushman's got BMAC. BMAC to Gaspadaru. Gaspadaru and Clark 2-on-1. Over the far side for Ronan. Just out of the reaching hands of Ronan. 1:38 to go here in the period. Monaco backing up. Blocked by Cushman. He beats Cush. Cush slows him up toward the blue line. Hitting the brakes is Campbell. Cut off by Clark. Left point. Picked up by Gaspadaru. It's Gaspadaru on a 2-on-3-on-2 with BMAC and Clark. Gaspadaru goes in. Clark has the net. BMAC high F3. BMAC top left. So fires a shot. Blocked by the Guardians. McCullough on the far side for Gaspadaru. Cushman comes in, tried the pinching in, back over to Ostrom on the far side now. Here comes the Guardians at 1:14. Makes a move around Cush. Blocked out in front of Zaire. Left wing side, fires a shot. Wide left to McKinney. Rebound to BMAC, who chips one out with a 9-iron here to the near side for Nyadic. Nyadic across center, up against Millen. Pulls across past Haneke, right side. Nyadic comes down right face, fires a shot. Saved by Moravchik. Rebound down low for Millen, who slams over here to the near side for Max 2. Zaire fires from left point. Shot blocked by Ostrom. Firing is Nyadic. Blocked by Ostrom. 49 seconds to go. Ostrom right to left here to the near side. Coming in is Gaspadaru. Breaking it up the middle off the stick of Haneke out of the zone towards McRae. And Steen going to give chase to McRae with 40 seconds to go. And McRae carrying it all the way behind the net of McKinney. Left to right over to Zaire. Off his stick, right half marks. Sends it out of the zone. Hits Going to be Yannick on the far side, sends it over to Gaspararo. Gasparo's got BMAC, high slot. Coming back, Gaspararo heading pass towards Yannick. Picked up back by Gaspararo. Gaspararo right side, sends over to the point for McRae. McRae kicks it, sends it back over to Gaspararo. Bouncing puck, right wing hash marks, controlled by Max Street and Yannick. Yannick, left wing corner, out to BMAC, fanning on the one-timer to McRae. Off his stick and out of the zone it goes. It'll be BMAC in a foot race against Steen. McRae on the far side looking to hit Sire. Picked his pocket, is going to be Steen at the blue line. Kept in by the Guardians. Chipped it up off the glass left wing corner with 3 seconds to go. 1 second, and that sound, you guessed it, is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, it's the Guardians 1 and the Chicago Phantoms nothing as we head to the second intermission. This second intermission brought to you by Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Fireball, ignite the night. At least that's what it says on a bottle anyway. Enjoy the intermission, folks. Welcome back, folks. It's the final frame here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena. Your starting lineup for the third period for Coach Caden's squad. Pisturzi, Sire and Lucadello up front. A little R&R on D. Rothmeyer and Rich from left to right. Declan McKinney has the net. 15 minutes are on the clock, and the Guardians are coming in the top of the right circle, blocked by Rothmeyer. The Phantoms are working from left to right. If you're listening on the radio, benches are still on the far side. Up here to the near side, Remondini pushes it forward to Haneke. Haneke throws in the left wing corner. Spinning dime puck collected by Rylan Rich. He hits the brakes and lets him fly right by. Sends it over here to the near side. Cut off by Remondini off the stick of Lucadello. Remondini fires a shot blocked by Rylan Rich. Picked up by the Guardians. Campbell. Poke check by Rich. Rich right circle, going to push it up the ice. It's going to be 4-on-2 the other way with Pisturzi. Here comes Pisturzi. Rich heads the net along with Lucadello. Center pass to Rich. Rich over to Lucadello. Swatted away by the Guardians. Here they come in transition. It's going to be 3-on-2 in front of Sire and Monaco. Remondini, left point, cuts back, blocked by Monaco into the left wing corner to the Zamdors. Back in the hands of the Guardians. Centering pass out of the zone. It's going to trickle. Picked off by the Guardians. We're going to get a whistle and an offsides at 14:03 to go here in the period. See if they take that one out to center, if they're going to give it to him just outside the zone. Looks like it'll be just outside the zone, right in front of the Phantom benches. And the Phantoms complete the line change. Goaltender Declan McKinney having an equipment malfunction, it looks like. Adjusting his helmet. Out there now for the Phantoms will be Pronin, Gaspararo, and Yannick. It'll be Cush and the Rock on D from right to left. Gaspararo on your draw against Bastian. Steen and Yannick going at it just before the drop. Face-off won by Bastian, picked up by Ostrom. Going to fire one to McKinney, who's going to make the save into the right wing corner for the Rock. Monaco right to left, going to come around, hits the brakes, cuts back, looks to hit Proden on the far side. He does. Poke check forward by Ostrom. Nice play there as Ostrom pinched in. Pushed one forward by Cushman out to Yannick, kept in by Bastian. Back in the hands of Steen, punched out of the zone by Yannick, into the hands of Proden, trying to drag one forward. Proden couldn't get a handle on it. Millen comes up against Monaco, going to cut off Walls. Into the right wing corner, it's going to go for Cushman. Cush trying to hit Monaco on the far side. Right wing hash marks picked up by the Rock. Rock poke check loose by Walls. Makes a move on it, locked it free for Cush. Cush over to Gaspararo. Gaspararo out towards Yannick in a 2-on-2 with Proden. Up in front of Millen. Yannick fires one top of the right circle. Blocker save. Rebound in front of Blue Paint. Swatted out of midair by the Guardians. Picked up by Bastian. He cuts back behind the net, left to right, going to work against Yannick. Yannick going to cut him off. Back in the hands of Proden. Proden going to send one forward to Gnatic. Julian, number 97, trying to muscle one past Millen. Coming in is Bastian to pick it up in the right wing corner. Puck is loose and he heads right to left on the far side. Proden coming in. Here comes Bastian pushing it up the ice. 2-on-2 in front of Monaco and Kush. High left circle, toe drag around Cushman. Monaco comes in, fired a shot, and it went between the 5-hole of McKinney at 12:53 to go here in the period. And it is 2-0, folks. Bastian with a head of steam on the goal at 12:53. Make our way back out to center ice. DeNormandy, Clark and Boyd up front. Zaire and McRae on D. It'll be Abrahams going to work against DeNormandy. Cut off by Ronan Clark to neutral ice. Pushed back up here towards Boyd. Fired in by Geisler. Saved by McKinney on the far side for Zaire. Zaire, right wing corner. Cuts back down low, sends over to McRae. McRae going to reverse the ice, swings over to the far side for Boyd. Boyd, right wing Hashman, trying to push one on his own. Kept in by the Guardians. McCullough thrown out by Boyd into the hands of Haneke. Tries to backhand a little Jalmerson style touch forward by Abrahamson. Cut off by Ronan Clark. Slams it into the left wing corner to McRae. McRae comes in, avoids the hit of Campbell. Pushes up here to Clark. Clark, left wing Hashburn, trying to send one out. Is kept in by Abrahamson. On the defensive side is going to be DeNormandy. Over to Haneke. He throws it over to the far side. Come over is going to be Campbell against Zaire, right wing corner. Zaire going to body him off in the right wing corner, down behind the goal line. And Zaire picks his pocket with little hips on hands. It'll be Clark out to Dorman. Kept in by Geisler and thrown right back the other way. Campbell going to work here against McRae. Centering pass broken up by Zaire. Right in front. McKinney has to make the save and then smother it as Zaire went down, trying to make sure Abrahamson did not get a second look at that. At 11:52 to go here in the third period. Face-off goes to the right wing circle. Your lineup out there now for the Purple People Leaders will be BMAC in the slot with Rich and DeNormandy. Sire on your draw, Rothmeyer on the half wall. Face-off in the right wing corner, Bastian giving chase out to Sire. Kept in by Steen, pushed forward to Sire by Rothmeyer, who sends one to BMAC. It's BMAC and Double D in a 2-on-1. McMurray, left face-off, that comes out, fires a shot, rebound for DeNormandy. Smothered by the goaltender Moravchik at 11:36 to go here in the period. And a face-off goes to the left wing circle. Lineup stays the same for Coach Caden's squad. BMAC in the slot. DeNormandy makes his way over to the half wall. Rothmeyer creeping in the high I formation. Firing a shot is going to be DeNormandy in the slot for BMAC. BMAC fires a backhand shot, saved by Moravchik. Sire fires one, no rebound given on that one by Moravchik at 11:30 to go here in the period. Phantoms once again unable to find the back of the net. It's going to be DeNormandy in the slot, BMAC on the half wall. Gavin trying to get it out to McMurray. Out towards DeNormandy. Coming in is going to be Rylan Rich. Rich going to stuff it there at the blue line. Picked up by BMAC, left point. BMAC going to drag it in the left wing corner. Chips over to Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer sends one towards the left faceoff. That blocked by the Guardians. Right in front of their own blue line. Picked back up by DeNormandy. DeNormandy sends one forward to Gavin. Gavin on the backhand. Chopped away by the Guardians. Rich fires a one-timer wide left past Millen. On the far side, rebounded off the end boards towards Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer to Double D. Picked up by the Guardians, Steen, as he goes to work against Rothmeyer right side. Tries to chip one up in the air, blocked by Rylan Rich. Picked off by Gavin Sire. It's going to be Sire up the ice. One hands with a BMAC. BMAC looking to line up Haneke, and he wasn't looking for the puck. His BMAC was trying to murder somebody. It would have been a good hit next year. Would have been a penalty this year. It'll be Haneke against Monaco and Rich. Top of the left circle, Rich going to work. Cuts him back, going against Ryland. Ryland going to stuff him at the blue line. Picked up there by Gavin Sire. Sire behind the net for Monaco. Monaco far side. Pass walls out to BMAC, out of the zone, into the hands of the Guardians. And McCullough regroups over here to the near side for Ostrom. Ostrom sends one forward. Blocked by Ryland Rich. Picked up by McMurray. McMurray makes the move around one. Sire coming in. He cuts back. Yannick goes to the net. McMurray behind it. Monaco high F3. BMAC behind the corner looking for support. Here comes Yannick. Now he went against two. Chipped over to the far corner. Yannick coming in. Left wing Hashmarks out to the point towards Cushman. Gossbarrow gets it and sends it back in the left wing corner at 10:08. Ostrom coming around. Monaco and Cushman switch places. Gossbarrow on the offensive side picks his pocket, throws it behind the net, left to right, but it's picked up by Ostrom. Trying to push it out towards Cushman into the hands of the Guardians. Campbell, poke check by Cush, picked back up by Campbell, blocked by Cushman. Cushman across the Guardian line. It's going to be offsides as Cush was unable to corral it at 9:49, and he entered the zone without the puck. Proden picked it up. We get ourselves an offsides and a whistle. And a face-off just outside the zone. It's going to be Proden along with Gaspararo and Yadik up front, Monaco and Zaire on D. Proden tried to drag that one right off the face-off. Gaspararo chips it in, backhanded towards the blue line by the guard and stuffed by Zaire. Zaire in front of the penalty boxes, makes the battle, wins the battle towards Gaspararo. Gaspararo trying to make a move around Bastion. He gets a poke check free. Here comes Proden, sent into the right wing corner. It's going to be Monaco in a foot race against Abrahamson. Monaco comes in, knocks him off the puck. Hacking at it is going to be the Rock. Abrahamson coming in. Monaco's just going to push him into the wall. Coming down low is Bastion. Here comes Gaspararo. Knocked by the Rock. Back in the hands of Bastion. Monaco going to carry him in the left wing corner. Monaco going to push him all the way into the Zamdors. It's Monaco. Got him pinned in. Trying to hang on to it as the Rock pushing him off to the left Zamdor. Coming in is Gaspararo. Monaco just powering through it. Trying to push it forward. Gaspararo trying to, Monaco still dragging onto it here. It's the Rock hanging onto the puck and pushing it up the ice one little inch at a time. Monaco kicks it forward. Out to Yadik. Monaco pushes it back in. It's Rocco pushing it up. It's going to be Monaco at blue line. Trying to pick his puck is going to be Raymondini behind McKinney. Coming in down low. Center pass blocked by Zaire. Monaco puts him into the wall. Behind the net, Monaco comes in. Takes off right wing corner out towards the Rock. Fires a shot. Saved by McKinney. He's going to smother it, and we're going to get a whistle as Monaco put out the maximum effort on that shift. What a shift by number 7. And the Phantoms complete the line change. Phantoms go 5-4 on and 4 off. Max Zaire stays on the ice. It'll be Lucadello and Pasturzi in the slot. Boyd at your draw and McRae on the half wall. Face off one for Adam, right to left. Here he goes. Up past Campbell here to the near side for Zaire. Zaire up left wing hash marks, hits the brakes and lets him fly right by. Behind the net, left to right, he's going to go over to McRae. McRae on the D-to-D pass, hits it up towards Pasturzi. Pasturzi up off his skate, back in the hands of McRae. McRae back to Ryan. Ryan out to Boyd, back to Pasturzi. Pasturzi against 2, uses the bomb, sends it forward, pass Ostrom. Lucadello has the net. Pasturzi fires one low. Stick saved by Moravcik here to the near side for Lucadello on the rebound. Cut off by Millen, coming in as Boyd. Millen popped it free, picked up by Campbell, right to left. He's going to be cut off by Pasturzi. Takes him down. We're going to get a hooking call on the Phantoms. Pasturzi is going to head to the sin bin at 8:04 to go in the period. Phantoms will be shorthanded. See who they're sending. It is going to be, should be Ryan Pasturzi. Number 95 headed to the sin bin here in period number 3 at 8:04. Hooking will be the call, leaving the Phantoms shorthanded. This penalty kill brought to you by Classic Packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic Packaging. You can't have a penalty without a box. Your penalty killers out there now are going to be DeNormandy and Proden up front. Rothmeyer and Rich on D. DeNormandy on your draw. Rothmeyer on the half wall. Rothmeyer doing a good job. Picked up by Bastion over to Geisler. Geisler walks across the blue line, right point. Sends it over here to Proden. Intercepted by Double D. Double D going to chip one out of the zone. Nice play as DeNormandy intercepts the cross-ice pass as they were trying to set up the umbrella. Raymondini touches one forward. Blocked by Rylan Rich right in front of us. He's trying to send one in deep. Picked up here by Raymondini. Chipped it out past Proden into the hands of Haneke. Back by Rich. Rich sends one into the hands of Bastion at center. And the Guardians are going to send it in now. Left wing side. Entering the zone. Tries to go right left wing corner behind the net of McKinney. Releasing his out to Rothmeyer. Bottom of the right circle. Right face off that. Makes the move. Blocked by Rothmeyer. Out towards McKinney. Fires a shot. Over to the net here to the near side. 48 seconds to go on that Classic Package. And it's going to be a shin guard block. Proden pushing up the ice. Going against Geisler. Proden to the right hash mark. Tries to shove one in one-handed. Rebound saved by Moravcik. And at 7:12 to go here in the period, the Phantoms almost stuff in a shorty with 38 seconds to go on this Classic Packaging PK. The Phantoms just snake bitten today and unable to find the back of the net. I'm wondering if it's all those push-ups they had to do this week. 380 of them, if you're counting back home, folks. It'll be Sire and Clark up front. Yes, air squats and push-ups, folks. Whatever you're fancy, I guess I'd say. Plus, they had to do a little bit of skating. Son of Phantoms getting their workout in this week and practice. It's going to be Campbell trying to go around Rothmeyer. Centering pass broken up by Jackson. Rothmeyer smothered by McKinney at 6:53 to go here in the period. 20 seconds to go on that Classic Packaging PK. And the Phantoms change things up on the defensive side of things. It'll be Clark and Sire up front. Cush and the Rock on D with Monaco and Sire in the slot. Face off one by Sire. Saved by McKinney as it went towards it. Monaco just going to get behind it. We're going to get a whistle The referee lost sight of the puck. McKinney did not have it. That was a fortunate break for the Phantoms. 14 seconds to go on this Classic Packaging PK. Face off, one out towards Zaire, firing a shot over the crossbar, picked up by Monaco off the back of the net. Monaco versus two, hangs onto it. Monaco going to work. 4 seconds to go on this Classic Packaging PK. Monaco finally body off the puck here to the near side. Centering pass, blocked by Zaire. Back behind the net of McKinney. We are even strength here to the right wing corner. It's going to be Clark muscling his way forward towards McMurray. McMurray and Sire in a 2-on-2. Picked up by BMAC. It's now a 2-on-1. McMurray fires across, trying to hit Sire. Broken up there by McCullough. McMurray bodies into the wall. Trips up another boy. No call on the tripping. Out to Sire. Picked up here by Steen. He's going to push it up towards Monaco and Zaire. Cut off by Clark. Back by Gavin. Gavin tries to go to BMAC. Over to Walls. Walls kind of get it out of his own. Pass BMAC. Picked up here towards Clark. Trying to golf one in. It's going to be the Guardians in the left wing corner. It's going to be picked up by Max Zaire. Max goes DD to Monaco. Monaco off his skates behind the net. Back in the hands of Zaire, off the skates of the referee. Get out of the way, strike. Bouncing puck in the blue line. Kept in by the Guardians. Past the reaching hands of Max Zaire into the left wing corner at 5:47. Zaire hits the brakes, looking for support. Zaire sends it over to Monaco. Monaco on the far side. Hits McMurray. McMurray at the blue line. Pushes it out of the zone. Maybe collected by the Guardians. Pulling it back is Ostrom. Regrouping here to the near side for Bastian against Zaire. 1-on-1. Top of the left circle. Tried to toe drag. Blocked by a guard by Zaire. Picked up here by Rylan Rich. Rich headmans over to Clark, past him out towards McMurray. It's going to be collected by Geisler of the Guardians. He hits the brakes. BMAC over here to the near side, slowed up here by Yannick. Pushing it out towards Rylan Rich. Rich going to cut him off. Into the hands of Rylan and loose change picked up by Rich. Chips it forward. Picked his pocket is going to be Remondini. Rich on the defensive side of it. Loose change for McMurray. BMAC far side hits Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer sends one forward into the left wing corner. Picked up by the Guardians. Going D to Millen here to the near side. Going to make a move around BMAC, goes back up here to the near side for Abrahamson, and it's going to be 2-on-2. Offsides, picked off by no call. Back in the hands of Rich, bouncing puck at the blue line. Poke check by Yannick, picked back up by Gaspadaro. Max 3, pushing it up the ice, past Bastian. Going to that is BMAC. Yannick F3, Gaspadaro right to left. Wrapping around, he's got Yannick in the slot. Out to the left point, picked off by the Guardians. Here they're coming the other way. It's going to be Gaspadaro going to force him off the puck. Puts Remondini into the wall. And we're going to get a whistle as soon as Gaspararo touches it at 4:29 to go here in the period. And I actually don't know that that one was a penalty, folks. As much as Max hit him, he was already going down. But the Phantoms are going to be headed to the sin bin at 4:29 to go here in the period. He gets called for the penalty because of the loud sound it made. Roughing will be the call on Gaspararo here in period number 3 at 4:29, resulting in another shorthanded situation for the Phantoms. This penalty kill brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts Coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts Coffee, the official coffee of the Chicago Phantoms. Parents, your penalty killers out there now are going to be DeNormandy and Lucadello up front. Monaco and Zaire on D. Shot and a save by McKinney, directed to the far corner for Zaire. Zaire going to try to shove one to Monaco. Monaco left wing corner hits the brakes. Behind the net, left to right, sends over to Zaire, right wing corner, out to the right, hash marks, picked up by Haneke. Haneke over to here to the near side towards Lucadello. Ostrom looks to fire a shot, saved by McKinney, no rebound given as Monaco cleared the boy out in front of the net. And at 3:58 to go here in the third, and 1 minute remaining on that Dunkin' Donuts PK, the Phantoms change things up front, but defensively stay the same. It's going to be 7:77 on D, with Monaco making his way to the half wall. Zaire in the slot with Cronin. Ronan Clark going to take your draw in the face-off to the left wing circle to the right of McKinney. Bastian going to go against Clark. Face-off won by Clark for Monaco. Monaco going to hit the brakes against Abrahamson. He wraps it around to the far side. Nice little fake there, but it's kept in by Geisler. Poke check by Sire. Out of the zone, it's going to be Gavin in a foot race against Geisler. Sire on the forecheck now, forcing Geisler to go left to right, breaking it out towards Monaco. 2-on-2 in front of Monaco. Backing up as Clark firing a shot blocker, saved by McKinney. Left wing corner for the Rock. Rock tripped up here by Remondini. Poke check by Monaco, picked up by Clark. Slams one out to Millen. Millen left point, fires a shot. Shot blocked by Clark. Rebound to the far side. 30 seconds to go on that Dunkin' Donuts PK. Gavin going to chip one forward. Geisler lost his stick. Seider trying to send one. It's collected by Bastian. Chipped over here to the near side for Remondini. Remondini heads man in front of Monaco. Monaco picks it up. It's Monaco pushing it up. He finally going to make his way out the center towards Bastian. Going to send one in deep with 14 seconds to go as it wraps around left to right here to the near side. Riel Boyd making her way on the ice. Ronan Clark on the forecheck. Clark just in front of the blue line, going to tie it up. Bastian on the offensive side. Millen throws it out towards Rothmeyer. 2 seconds to go, and you guessed it, folks. The Phantoms have successfully killed the Dunkin' Donuts PK, but have lost a minute and a half on offense. There's just under 3 minutes to go. Proden on the half wall, kept in by Ostrom. Back in the hands of the Guardians, right point. Poke check by Boyd, or Proden out to the near side. Boyd coming in, blocked by Ryland Rich. Boyd giving chase, left wing hash marks now. Picked up by Rich. Rich pushing up the ice. It's Ryland against McCullough. Bouncing puck is loose. Picked back up by McCullough. Hooked up there by Proden. Back in the hands of the Guardians. Going to come back off. Poke check by Boyd. Stepping up is going to be Normandy. Cut off by Haneke. Thrown up in the hands by McCullough. He's going to fire that one down for the icing. And it's been almost 3 full periods, folks, and we've got ourselves our first icing of the game. And you know what that means? We're going to bring that one all the way back. 2:23 to go here in period number 3. Timeout being called by the Phantoms, it looks like. Coach Caden calls the timeout. This timeout brought to you by D'Amato's Bakery and Subs in Chicago, Illinois on Grand Avenue in May. D'Amato's Bakery and Subs. Our bread, your butter. Stop in and see Rosanna. Tell her I said hi, folks. Get yourself a sfogliatelle, a cannoli, some Sicilian pizza, a sub sandwich, some Italian cookies, a loaf of bread. Everything's good there, folks. Enjoy the timeout. Welcome back, folks. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Yannick Gasparro, Pasturzi up front. Monaco and Rich on D. Face off one for Yannick out towards Monaco, right point. Rock picks it up, goes cross ice for Rich. Rich fires a one-timer over the crossbar. Here to the near side for Yannick. Yannick down low trying to hit Gasparro. Picked up by Haneke. Trying to break her, send it out of the zone. Blocked down, knocked down by Yannick. Picked up by Julian. He goes down, and we're going to get a power play out of this. At 2:06, tripping is going to be the call on the Guardians. Looks like Remondini is going to be headed to the sin bin. At 2:06 remaining here in period number 3. Tripping is the call, resulting in a Phantoms power play. This power play brought to you by Jay's Beef in Harwood Heights on Montrose and Narragansett. Jay's Beef. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Stop in and see Jay, Johnny, Frankie, the Fortuna brothers. Tell them I said hi, folks. Your lineup stays the same. It's Gasparro to Pasturzi, Pasturzi to Monaco, Monaco over to Rich. Rich, left point, walks it in, fires one low. Blocked by the Guardians. Geisler on the far side for Campbell. Campbell hits left wing corner off the stick of Yannick. Knocked down by Haneke, kept in by Rich, who sends one back to Yannick. Yannick's got Pasturzi. Blocked the breakout pass. Firing a shot is Pasturzi. Wide left, rebound off, blocked by Geisler. Back to Yannick. Yannick down low for Gasparro. Gasparro bottom so just couldn't get it. Back to Yannick. Yannick fires a knuckle puck forward towards Moravchik, but he didn't have to make the save. Haneke coming in, trying to knock it loose is going to be Pasturzi. 2-on-2 battle. Joining the fray is going to be Yannick. Finally muscled towards the wall into the hands of Monaco. Monaco goes cross ice. We got an empty net with 1:26 to go. Clark coming in against Geisler. Clark goes down. Left wing hash marks. Coming in is going to be Campbell. Picked up here by Yannick. Yannick hits Monaco. Monaco trying to cut back over to Rich. Hits over the far side for Clark. Left wing hash marks. Cuts back over to Monaco. Monaco, one timer, fires one forward. Tipped in front of the blue paint. Chopped up back to Monaco. Monaco bouncing puck over his stick. It's going to go. Monaco can't get out. Ties it up right in front of center. Kicked forward by the Rock. Pushed up towards by Haneke. Back in the hands of Ryland Rich. Rich curling around here to the near side. Hits Pasturzi, or Yannick. Yannick goes cross ice for Pasturzi with 54 seconds. Pasturzi fires one. Saved by the goaltender, Bosch, taking the left wing corner. Pasturzi comes in, knocks it out to Clark. Clark out to the point for Rich. Rich to the left right point. Makes the move around. Yankee down to the right. Hasbrook lost it off his stick. Here comes the Guardians. Trying to go out of zone. Blocked by Rich. Picked up by Monaco. 37 seconds ago. Monaco pushes it up the ice. He's got a head of steam. Left wing faceoff dot. Comes down low. Sends it to the blue paint. Blocked by the Guardians. Picked up by Gasparo. Centering pass towards Clark. Fire shot saved by Baranchik. Backhand spin back. Picked up by Gasparo. Slam forward in the right wing corner. 23 seconds ago. Out here to the right wing corner. We are even strength, but it's 6-on-5. As the Guardians have Phantoms have an empty net. Blocked by the Guardians. That puck goes all the way down. We're going to get ourselves an icing at 11.7 seconds to go. We're going to bring that one all the way back. Phantoms unable to collect. They must have had 6 shots on goal in that last setup, and they just couldn't find the twine. And it's 6-on-5, and the Guardians make their line change. Phantoms go ahead with Gaspararo at center. Clark and Yannick in the slot. Sire comes in, top of the right circle. Rich and Monaco on D. Pass Sire up here to the near side, cut off by Monaco. Monaco going to bop it loose, and it's picked up here to the near side for against Ryland Rich. Firing a shot is Bastian, and we're going to get a whistle or a goal at 0.2 seconds to go on the empty net. And Bastian, I believe, got that empty netter with 0.2 to go, and that'll do it, folks. They ran out the clock on the empty netter. Your final score here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena is going to be the Guardians 3 and the Chicago Phantoms nothing. As we head over to our favorite part of the broadcast, Rockies recap. For the visiting Guardians, penalties on number 18 Geisler tripping in the first at 7:50, and number 12 Raimondini tripping in the third at 2:06. Goals scored by Abrahamson, assisted by Bastian at 4:58 in period number 1. Bastian with the goal at 12:53 in the third, and Bastian again with 0.2 seconds to go in the third on the empty netter to make it 3-0. For the home team Chicago Phantoms, the lone tallies on the score sheet are going to be penalties. Hooking on Pasturzi in the third at 8:04, and Gaspararo roughing in the third at 4:29. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for watching. Once again, your final score here from Seven Bridges Ice Arena. The Guardians 3 and the Chicago Phantoms nothing. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you're a Phantom fan, definitely not the results. We will see you tomorrow as the Chicago Phantoms take on the Guardians once again in Game 2 of this 3-game series, right back here at Seven Bridges Ice Arena at noon. So, as we sign off for the evening, good night, Minnesota Lakers, Grandma, wherever you are.